Hello everyone, welcome back to First Line Therapy. The last time that we had an education session, that was on the topic of catalyst and spark plugs, meaning those micronutrients that are necessary for our health and all of our body functions. Today we're going to continue on with part 2 of the idea of the catalyst and spark plugs that our bodies need by diving into minerals today. So minerals are known as the other conditionally essential nutrients. They help to regulate our body fluid balance. Sodium was an example of that. They help our muscle function, not just our skeletal muscles, but also our heart muscle and other smooth muscles, our nerve function, and they also keep our bones nice and healthy, dense and strong, and help us to avoid fractures that can happen. So minerals are found in our bones, teeth, our muscle, and blood. They're separated into major minerals and trace minerals. Major minerals are those that are like calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. More trace minerals are going to be iron, selenium, zinc, copper, chromium, and manganese. Those are ones that you hear less about, except for maybe iron. Facts, they can be stored in the body, so we do have some stores of these for when our body's going to need to use them. And also, unlike vitamins, minerals are not as affected by cooking foods. You know, sometimes you hear to cook foods as little as possible. Try to eat them raw to get more of the vitamins, but actually the minerals are permanently preserved if you only do light cooking. And then the absorption rates vary. This means that the rate at which they can be absorbed into your body from consuming them are different. So calcium helps build strong bones and teeth. This one you guys probably know already. It can slow the rate of bone loss, which is osteoporosis or osteopenia. This becomes especially important for young adolescents, adolescent women, your teenage girls, and your ladies who are postmenopausal. Really, when we want to get ahead of that bone loss that can occur postmenopause and make sure that you're starting with good, strong, healthy bones. So for any lady, especially, it's important that you maintain good levels of calcium. So calcium slows the rate of that bone loss that can promote osteoporosis, which would result in fractures. It also helps with our muscles contraction, including our heart that needs to contract every time that it beats, and it's important for our nerve function. So, as I said, calcium is important for strong bones. The needs from person to person vary. I would encourage you to ask your provider if they are recommending that you take a calcium supplement. And also there are other minerals, not just calcium, that you need for strong bones. And not just minerals, but also vitamins that you need for strong bones. Calcium can be found in dairy sources like milks and yogurt and cheese, but it also is found in dark leafy greens, fish that you get with edible bones. That's, you're eating bones. Calcium is stored in bones. Fortified soy milk, tofu that's been fortified, corn, and any calcium fortified foods. A lot of foods are actually calcium fortified, meaning they've had calcium added into them. Phosphorus, that's important for us maintaining strong teeth in addition to our bones. It's essential for energy production. It's a structural part of many cells, meaning that cells have a lot of different functions in our body, and every cell is going to need phosphorus to do that function. They can be found in protein-rich foods, eggs, lean meats, chicken, fish, and also nuts. Unfortunately, it's also added into a lot of processed foods, so you don't hear about a lot of people being phosphorus deficient. Magnesium is a very important mineral. It's used by over 300 different enzymes. Enzymes are tools our bodies use to convert substances into other products that we need. It can be a wide variety of things that require enzymes. The magnesium's used in over 300 of those. So food sources include beans and nuts, whole grains, and green vegetables. You're going to see green vegetables a lot in the vitamins and the minerals. Potassium is important for fluid balance, maintenance of your blood pressure. It's also a very important mineral to be looking at when we're concerned about heart function, and can be affected by a lot of heart medications. So that's something that your provider is probably going to be looking at. Of course, a lot of people know potassium is found in bananas, but it's found in a lot of fruits and vegetables, and also meats and milk. Sodium is another important mineral when it comes to our heart and regulating our blood pressure. It also helps our nerve and muscle balance. The way that it affects our blood pressure is in our fluid volume. So you might have heard that water follows salt, meaning that your body wants to maintain a healthy level of sodium. Well, if you eat too much sodium, or you have too much sodium as a result of maybe a medication that you're taking, for example, your body's like, oh no, we have too much sodium. So what can we do to make this a more regulated balance? Well, that means that your kidneys are going to hold on to more water in your body. So your water level is going to go up, meaning that the sodium is going to be more diluted or coming down to a healthier range, a range that your body wants. But what happened there was that your fluid volume, so how much water is in your cardiovascular system, has increased. So anytime you have more volume, you have more pressure. Think of this as like a garden hose that maybe you have turned the spigot all the way up and you're not getting enough water out to reach that plant that's far away. Maybe it's in the back of the bed that you're trying to water. So what do we do sometimes? We'll put our thumb over the end of that garden hose, and then there's more pressure. The pressure is increased. You can, get water out further. Well, basically what you did is you just put that volume into a smaller space. So there's more volume coming through that opening. Increased volume means increased pressure, and that means that as you eat more sodium, you have a higher fluid volume, and you're going to have higher blood pressure. That's why you hear a lot of times, high blood pressure, we want you to eat less sodium. Now the problem here is that sodium is quite abundant. There's not many people that are deficient in sodium because it's present in so many foods and so many processed foods. And also table salt that we use when we cook also, even if we're not eating processed foods. Iron helps deliver oxygen to our cells. The iron helps our cells to hold on to those oxygen molecules to deliver to all of our body's tissues. That can be found in meat and poultry, fish, but also in your good greens. Like I said, you'll see greens pop up a lot. And also iron fortified grains, like maybe your breakfast cereal is fortified with iron. One thing to know is that vitamin C can actually help your body to absorb more iron from your foods. Selenium also has a relationship with vitamin E, and that supports healthy thyroid function and promotes healthy detoxification, or helping your body get rid of chemicals and toxins that come into it. So that's found in seafood, chicken, whole grains, and you can also take it as a dietary supplement. Zinc is important for our immune function, our cellular growth and repair of tissues. So that's like a sore that you have that needs to heal, that tissue needs to be repaired. Zinc is important for building that tissue back together and helping you to have good immune function and not getting sick easily. So it also helps in the metabolism of protein, so helping our bodies make use of the protein that we eat, and carbohydrates and fat. It protects us from heavy metal poisoning found in meats and seafoods, and of course dietary supplements. Chromium is actually a supplement that helps us balance blood sugar. So chromium can be found in processed foods, but also is in whole grains and nuts. And vitamin C helps us also to absorb chromium as well. So other minerals do exist, like biotin and boron. These are required very, very small amounts. So you really don't see those needing to be taken in a supplement or concentrating on making sure you get those in certain types of foods. So conditionally essential means that there are some that are required under certain conditions, and these would be like CoQ10, alpha lipoic acid, and EPA or DHA. These are what are found in healthy fats. So CoQ10, you guys might have heard of this for joint function. It helps with cellular energy production. It is an antioxidant and helps you maintain vitamin E levels. Alpha lipoic acid is an important antioxidant. We've talked about antioxidants before. It works with vitamins E and C and CoQ10. They all work together to support healthy glucose levels in our body and making us more sensitive to our body's own insulin. I'm going to skip through linoleic acid. This is another product that can help increase insulin sensitivity. This is one that you will be getting in through eating dairy, and you can take it in a supplement, but I'll let you discuss it with your provider if this is a supplement that would be beneficial to you. And then EPA and DHA. These are from your omega-3s, so healthy fats or your fish oil tablets that you need to take. They help regulate your triglyceride levels, so that's one type of the cholesterol that you're being monitored if you have someone that's checking your cholesterol levels. They help improve your metabolic balance. They reduce your blood pressure and reduce your cancer risk. It's been a whole session just talking about the role of omega-3s and EPA and DHA on all our body functions, but suffice that all to say that they are very important in the best function of a lot of different body systems. So they reduce triglycerides, reduce blood pressure, reduce your cancer risk, and they also help improve your metabolic balance, or the rate at which your body is using fuel healthily. So that's all I have for you today. I know that was a lot of information. Take a minute to think about that information or any questions you have, and please let me know if you do have any of those questions. Thank you so much for your time.